Josh Utter-Layton, Andreas Scans.
A lot of you know this already,
And then,
but for the one or two who don't, let's try and save
Raphael Levy playing for his playing for the one pro point that would make one of the most pro points of any player in history today. He 0-3'd.
Yeah.
But in his last round, he attacks his opponent with all of his creatures. And his opponent says, "Okay, I'll take 10. I'll go to 2." And he's like, "It's actually 12." And his opponent's like, "Oh." And he's like, "Yeah, you're dead." And his opponent's like, "Well, I'll play Deceive Rex, so I can block that." And Raph's like, "Okay."
Right? Good luck. You have 50 minutes. You may begin.
Nice.
I was like, how do you get to 500 pro points if you do stuff like that?
Karma.
Yeah.
Signed up for Commander
Maybe you pick your spots.
Yeah, but when you're 0-2 at the Grand Prix down a game and you're tired and on 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Commander 21, booster draft.
Remember,
Andrew Cuneo looks at his 7 cards. He's on the left. He keeps.
I'm still looking for 4 players for a mini master.
Brian the Doran Kibler.
He likes trees.
He does. He won in. He was one of the guys in Amsterdam who really innovated the beach house. The tree house, which was the deck that he and Brad Nelson and Kai also played the deck. I think. Right?
I played White Weenie.
I played White Weenie. Right.
Yeah, and actually, White Weenie was a terrible matchup for the treehouse deck, and Brad managed to win 3 in a row on the trot when down 0-2. It was kind of like the big story of the year. That was unbelievable. That match. If you guys want to watch a good match, you can go back and see that. You actually commentate that match. It was very fun to watch that. Thank you.
Bird of Paradise leads off for Andrew.
With a Murmuring Bosk. He's going to reveal a Treefolk Harbinger and cast it. And will he grab a Doran?
Of course he will.
The Siege Tower himself. Doran is a legendary shaman.
Treefolk shaman, right?
Yes.
Looking for Chris Wolf, Travis Lynch.
So Bird, and Dryad Arbor are the 3 creatures in play for Andrew.
Chris Wolf to the event stage, please.
The birds attack for 1 when they use Doran in play.
It's true, the birds do attack for 1. Something that, is surprisingly relevant. Depending on how many mana guys you choose to play in your Doran deck. A basic plains coming down for Brian here. Let's see, does he have a Kasali Pride Mage for turn 2? It's his, I know he's playing 4 of it.
Yeah, it looks like he does.
Need 1 more player for Commander event.
The Cat Wizard.
4 more players for
another favorite of Brian
4
Kibler.
more players for Standard.
Also 4 of the deck that he won Austin with.
Still trying to take sign-ups for Modern and Legacy.
Oh, it's just such. It's just such a perfect card.
Booster drafts
So
and
strong.
Twisted drafts.
Like,
It just sits there and
it's a watch wolf that can disenchant things.
Okay. Noble Hierarch, Kitchen Finks. So this is almost 110% Malira.
Yes. I would wager dollars to donuts.
Okay.
I'd wager dollars to donuts just about anything. I really want a donut right now.
Yeah. Throw the pastry fixing.
Alright, so Brian, I assume we're going to see a Doran this turn. The Siege Tower coming down. And then Brian can attack with his Treefolk Harbinger, and it will be...
nope, Night of the Reliquary.
Night of the Reliquary. And that's a real card.
Yeah.
That's actually, I think, the first time we've seen another Reliquary on camera today.
The Knight's 4/4 right now.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, getting bigger. Goes up in 2s.
It does go up in 2s. And not only does it go up in 2s, but it can also, you know, grab tectonic edges. And
You can also grab a Bazooka Bog if he's playing one, which is probably, like, I mean, even if he doesn't have one main deck, like sometimes you'll see people play it in their sideboard, Andrew has to respect that. So there's the birthing pod.
You signed up for Commander number 22. Commander 22.
Just going to break even on life though, so you get 21.
Commander 22.
And I assume he's going to grab a Ranger of ES. Oh no, Murderous Red Cap.
So he tapped out, take out the Solid Pride Mage.
That makes sense. With the birthing pod, you want to protect it.
Yeah. Probably wouldn't have played it there otherwise.
Yes.
So the combo can get broken up by a Bazooka Bog.
Yes. With the persist trigger on the stack, you can tap in another Relic Quarry, grab Bazooka Bog.
Looks like another Pride Mage coming down. He has to just sack it immediately and get rid of that birthing pod because
yeah, I mean, if the birthing pod stays on the table, it could just end the game all by itself.
Gravelock shows up, or
I think if the birthing pod doesn't die, he actually just Andrew just wins. He can sacrifice the Kitchen Finks, get a Ranger of ES, get a 1-drop, and the Saraseer, and then
so you don't believe Kibler has the Bog?
I don't know.
Well, so put yourself in Andrew's seat. Are you thinking about Bog?
If I'm in Andrew's seat right now, I don't know if I'm even thinking about Bog, but I haven't played Malira as much as him. So
he's like, attack you for 1.
Awesome.
Is that another birthing pod, or is that Kitchen Finks? I can't see under the banner.
I think it's a Kitchen Finks. Alright. Another Relic Quarry coming down. Horizon Canopy. Nice land. Now Brian can start trading in his lands for cards.
Yep.
Brian's deck does have 2 copies of Elspeth Nidoran.
Obviously.
One of his favorite cards ever, and one of my favorite cards ever. You'd expect him to be playing 3.
No, 1.
He's big on 1.
Yeah. You just drew an extra card there with the canopy.
He floated the mana
Yeah.
and then sacrificed it. Yeah, for those of you watching at home, he did not just sacrifice the Horizon Canopy without paying. He tapped the Forest for mana, then activated the Night of the Relic Quarry, and with 1 mana in his pool, he searched for the Horizon Canopy, and then activated it, drawing a card.
This game to me feels like it just comes down to Bog or no Bog.
I agree. I don't think there's much that.
He certainly doesn't want it.
No.
Well, I guess. Yeah, no, because all the pieces are on the board.
Yeah, it would be very bad to draw the Bog.
But again, we don't even know if the Bog exists.
Yes, we don't know if the Bog is there.
He's certainly playing in such a way that he's at least representing it.
But Brian's definitely capable of representing something that's not in his deck.
Yeah. But I'm saying, I mean, he might be doing that just to slow Andrew down. Like, Andrew has to respect that.
But I mean, something interesting, like Andrew has all the options in the world here. Like, he can simply sit around until Brian's going to kill him. And then if he's found a way to deal with this knight, then he's found a way to deal with the knight and then go off. But if not, he's got to go for it.
He can also just attack for 2 a turn in the air.
Yeah. He has double exalted. the birds can certainly bring a little bit of beats. Ooh, it's a quarter calling. Oh, Thoughtseize. Alright.
See, it's a Siege Tower, Kasali Pride Mage, and a Forest. Obviously, well, he knew the door was there.
Yes.
Well, interesting. Maybe that's why Brian hasn't played the. Getting for one.
Seems reasonable. Alright, so you can chord for a 3 or a 2.
Is there another Horizon Canopy?
Yes, looks like it.
It's pretty sick.
Hey, built his own confidant. So I'll just skip some draw steps. You're missing your line drops too. No big deal. Alright. Now the Stirring Wild on the table. A manland. Brian still playing like he is trying to set up a nice Machuca Bog turn here. Alright, so Forest for Brian here. And he's checking out his graveyard, counting the number of lands he has. And another Rockcore is a big boy. Solid Pride Mage. And
Thanks for the big Tarmogoyf.
yes. Land, Creature, Sorcery from Thoughtseize, Artifact from Birthing Pod.
No instant, I don't think. Have we seen a path?
I don't think we have. So I think it's a 5/6 right now, getting in the red zone because of the Exalted Tree. Yes. All right.
Andrew just takes it. Andrew could just block with his Murderous Redcap there, kill the Kasali Pride Mage. Now we saw this deck earlier. Oh, there's the Birthing Pod.
Alright. Birthing Pod, sacrificing a 1-drop, he's going to go and get the Malira. Now, if he has Viscera Seer in his hand, he can just kill Brian right now. If Brian does not have a Bajuka back.
Right. Yeah, but now he also has a permanent blocker in the form of the red cap.
Yeah.
Call.
Chord for 1. And I'm actually somewhat surprised by this chord for 1 here. He could have waited till Brian tapped the Ignite on his
No
next step.
Bajuka Bog, in case you were wondering.
No Bajuka bag. Doesn't matter. Alright.
Maybe that's why he did it. Maybe he was like, let me see if you have it.
Yeah, maybe he just wants to know. Inquiring minds would like to know. Going to his sideboard here. Now does
Here you go, to look at World's top 16 competitor and Mock's competitor, Andrew CUNEO.
Yes.
Played blue-white, Zenith control. Zeniths, Planeswalkers, no creatures. There you see Brian KIBLER, obviously the winner of Pro Tour Dark Ascension.
And now, Brian KIBLER is somebody who is an inspiration to people like me, to anybody who is like a one-time Pro Tour You know,
that
person
vast
who-
subsection of Magic players who've won up only one Pro Tour.
Yeah.
The Pro Tour Orphans Club.
The Pro Tour Orphans Club.
Oh, woe is me. I have only won one Pro Tour.
Well, I mean,
you
the
win
thing
one and a
about-
half more Pro Tours.
Yes, exactly. So, no, but he's somebody who, you know, he was on the train back when I was much younger.
Sure.
I remember.
He played at Pro Tour 1
Yeah, he's
in the juniors division, but he played in Pro Tour 1.
yeah, he's been around forever. He's somebody who I remember back in the day, like before he had ever gotten back into things. Friends, people who were from his area used to joke about Brian KIBLER mana bases.
Right.
I had somebody in my college who would, you know, I would build a new deck and he'd be like, "It's too bad it has a Brian KIBLER mana base."
Right, well, and Kibler's decks no longer have Kibler mana bases, which is why he's won 2 Pro Tours.
Exactly. KIBLER has learned how to fix the KIBLER mana base.
Speaking of Kibler's mana bases, on Twitter, BMWASJR says, I don't know how you would say that, Whamsager, says that Kibler was streaming this deck on Twitch TV yesterday.
Yeah, he
And he has one Bajuka Bog in his sideboard, but does not have one main deck. So, based on what was seen yesterday on Twitch, and based on him conceding in the face of the combo with an active Knight of the Reliquary.
Brian is often streaming himself,
Yeah.
playing Magic or other video
So,
games.
Andrew has said how he sees Knight of the Reliquary, that a Bajuka Bog is a possibility.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's.
So what does
expecting
he
one on the
do? What does he
sideboard.
do to his deck to sort of combat that?
I mean, I'm hoping he's got some Bait Slayer Ageless. I'm really surprised that people don't have that.
Just play Fair Pod.
Yeah, Fair Pod. You know, there are a lot of other things you can do. Another thing that I'm surprised people haven't done in the sideboards is these Undying creatures from the new set with Birthing Pod can be really, really powerful. And if everybody's sideboarding all these cards to like beat some like graveyard -1/-1 infinite life or infinite damage combo, and then you're just Birthing Podding like a Strangler Rootgeist into a 3/2, which then gives you a 3-drop, which then gives
Vorpede
you...
seems really good.
Yeah. Think about it.
Vorpede seems
You sacrifice your Vorpede and you get a Cloud Thresher.
yeah.
No more Hawks or Lingering Souls tokens to block or
Yeah.
clicks or...
Yeah, Vorpede strikes me as being really, really good. I was
Yeah.
shocked to not see any of them show up in some form or another at the Pro Tour. And I understand that it's a little pricey, you know, in terms of cast cost. But I mean, it seems super powerful.
Yeah, it's definitely a real card. And I mean, just having access to that, like the game when we watched Martin's match, he had some very close game 2 and 3s in that last match we saw, even though his opponent had very weird and bad draws.
Right.
And, you know, had he had just something that he could have attacked with, like imagine if he had one Vorpede and one Cloud Thresher, just how different those games would have been. It would have literally just been a complete utter stomping, as opposed to this very close match.
Stage to check in for your event. Mini Master 4.
At least something I would like to see. But yeah, what I'm saying is Brian made a comeback. You know, Tim Aiton's on Facebook posted on Brian KIBLER's wall last week while Brian was in the top 8 of the Pro Tour. He said, like, right after Brian beat John, he said, you know, 3 years ago, I was at a San Diego PDQ, and I saw you playing in the X2 bracket with some Life from the Loam deck, and I thought to myself, man, what a pitiful has-been. And, you know, KIBLER has proven he's a hero to all of us pitiful has-beens.
Yeah, I mean, he's come back
Stronger than ever.
strong. Yeah, I mean, certainly playing, I think, better, more focused, passionate Magic than he did in, you know, what, you know, a lot of people would just call his heyday. Mm-hmm. You know, he's having his heyday right now.
Yeah, this is his heyday.
Yeah,
That wasn't his heyday. That was the precursor.
yeah. Andrew CUNEO is another player who's experiencing something of a renaissance.
Yeah.
You know, one Toppy is a member of Car Acrobatic Team.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
I believe
did not know
so.
that.
I believe so. I'm not sure. I'm going to double check.
endorsement. I'm done.
And a turn 1 Murmuring Boss from Brian here. Doesn't choose
No
to put him
tree.
to play untapped. He may just not want to show him the tree, just not have a turn 1 play. And is there a kitty for turn 2? I'm assuming as much. Ooh, Brian drew the Bajuka Bog. That's never what you want. Nope, and he just plays it on turn 2.
Yeah, he has 2 top 8s actually, Andrew.
Oh, wow.
So in 2000, he was second with Andrew Johnson and Aaron Forsythe, and then the following year he was 4th with the same teammates.
So 2 Team Pro Tour top 8s.
2 Team Pro Tour top 8s. And there's the Knight of the Reliquary. What land is that in the middle there?
Bajuka Bog.
Oh, sad.
Yeah.
So no Bajuka Bog again.
No Bajuka Bog again.
Wow, there we go.
And Eternal Witness.
Picking up a fetch land.
That's always nice. You get to now did what removal spell did Andrew Cuneo play on Brian's 3-drop? You get that back
Ray.
with his
What removal spell did he play?
yeah, I just wish we could see the graveyards over here. Maybe we get them moved over a little bit for us.
What did it kill?
So adoring. So a Godless Shrine for Brian, going to come into play untapped. Brian falling to 17 here. And let's see what he has for us this turn. It's Tarmogoyf and a Castali Pride Mage. Now,
Okay. It said no removal spell.
no removal spells, but okay.
Grand Prix competitors, if you know you're going to be playing on day 2,
Well, Brian also has a Nile
you need to be here
Spellbound
by 9
Oh,
a.m.
okay.
in hand. So he's not.
There's nothing else you
Combo
need to
right
do
now.
today once you've secured your spot. But make sure you're here by 9 a.m.
Yeah, there's
Oh.
a dismember in his hand that probably came back from the
Okay.
the Eternal Witness.
Okay, so it was a dismember. Just to be clear. So now we have a Solid Prime Mage coming in for 3 here. Andrew's going to fall to 17. And a Knight of the Reliquary. Brian also getting a Nile Spellbound on the table, just making sure no shenanigans happen.
No, Spellbound was a frustrating card too.
Yeah. It's just so hard to go after it.
Reveals a Slaughter Pact and a Path to Exile off of Thoughtseize from Cuneo.
I wonder what he's going to take in this spot. He probably, he takes the path. So let's see that he has plenty of lands. Andrew has a birthing pod in hand. And he plays a... Is that a birthing pod down there, or is that... It's Misty Rainforest. Okay.
Just the second line of lands.
And Brian...
Andrew's down to 9.
Yeah.
and
Brian's
falling
doing some
rapidly.
work with the kitty. Remember, the wizard attacks for a lot of damage. It's a, yeah. I remember the days where a card like that didn't actually have advantages on it, in addition to having a 2/2 body for 2 mana.
Yeah. Taps.
Alright, and let's see what he finds here.
Looks like another dismember.
Yeah, looks like another dismember. So he's going to try to dismember this knight. He successfully does so. And cracks a Brian for 3. 9-9, tie ball game today. The Horizon Canopy could help Andrew break serve here. Both players are down to little to no cards in hand. Brian with a Slaughter Pact, I believe.
Yeah,
And,
which we saw on a Thoughtseize. He let took Path out of Brian's hand.
So Brian's just going to crack for 3 this turn. And did he draw any action? Do we know? Eternal Witness, a very powerful card. You know, remembering how powerful Eternal Witness is really makes us appreciate just how utterly absurd Snapcaster Mage is.
We haven't done Snapcaster Slide yet.
What Snapcaster Slide?
I don't know, but Astral Slide and Snapcaster Mage.
I'm in.
I've got 2 Stooges noises on either side of me.
Do we have some instances and sorceries we can cycle? Because we just get all the value. I'm brewing. BRBB.
There's birthing pod.
Rashad's running away to go brew up an Astral Slide Snapcaster Mage deck. Nobody tell him that Astral Slide's not legal in Modern.
So in response to the birthing pod, Brian kills the Eternal Witness with his Slaughter Pack.
A wise move.
Yeah, hopefully remembers to pay for it.
Yeah. Andrew CUNEO.
Seems to be setting up his mana as such. So Andrew sacks his Dryad Arbor and gets a Bird of Paradise.
The packs are interesting cards in that way. Now you're actually allowed to keep a reminder on the top of your deck.
Yeah.
It's an important thing to do. Used to not be able to do that. You can ask Kenji. He has won many matches despite trying to stop his opponents and help them.
I'm so upset. Any point here where you can never just cycle the small bomb, right?
I don't think so. It's dangerous. At this point, though, it's...
I mean, Andrew's at 3. So you certainly don't want to give him some
opportunity to just
go crazy.
And a Kitchen Finks.
Kill Birthing Pod in response.
And you have to agree with that play.
Yeah.
And even though this puts Andrew in the lead, I mean, that Birthing Pod in conjunction with that Kitchen Finks could have done some very dangerous things. Andrew would have gained another 2 life.
Yep.
He would have gotten Ranger of Eos.
Or just a murderous red cap.
Yeah, exactly.
Red cap your
Pride Mage, and
yeah.
it's kind of a disaster. And this is kind of an interesting matchup. Mirror matchup between colors where, Brian is just kind of playing dudes and removal spells, and Andrew's deck has
Just
inevitability
broken.
Yeah, he is his pod.
Just hard, yeah.
He's doing a significantly more powerful thing than Brian's
Birthing
doing.
Pod seems to be a card that has not done nearly up to its potential in about every format it's in.
Oh yeah. Now, I mean, if you want to learn more about Birthing Pod and the things that it can do in Modern, I strongly suggest you have a conversation with Ben Hayes.
Oh,
who you
yeah?
probably know. He is somebody who can tell you some crazy things.
Well, like what?
So, have you ever had 6 mana, or have you ever had a Wall of Roots and like 5 lands in play with a Birthing Pod in Modern? Because your opponent's dead. Do you want to know how?
Sure.
Alright, so you make a mana off the Wall of Roots, you sacrifice the Wall of Roots, you get a Deceiver Exarch, you untap the Birthing Pod, you tap 1, you tap the Birthing Pod, sacrifice the Deceiver Exarch, you get any of the 4 mana Gravediggers, because there are a million of them. You use the, you use the 4 mana Gravedigger to use the 4 mana Gravedigger to return the Deceiver Exarch back to your hand. You play the Deceiver Exarch, you untap the Birthing Pod, you tap the Birthing Pod, you sacrifice the 4 mana Gravedigger, and you search your library for Kiki Jiki, and your opponent
One
dies.
more player for a commander.
Seems pretty sweet.
Yeah.
We're still
Why
taking
isn't anyone doing that?
Booster draft.
I don't know. Ben Hayes is doing it on Magic Online. He beats everybody.
That's awesome. All right, so Birthing Pod for Ranger of Eos.
Yeah, and I'll be grabbing him with Saraseer and a Noble Hierarch.
Yep.
Nice little interaction there. He'll be able to cast the Noble Hierarch, getting an Exalted trigger. Then you can actually use this to go infinite. And that's going to be
that
it.
is the game.
Brian's not in this game anymore. And I mean, that's kind of what happens in these types of matchups. You know, when you're playing some sort of like combo variant of the opponent's deck, the combo variant almost always beats the other version of the deck if it's not like a blue thing.
And just on experience, I mean, this is a deck that Andrew's been playing for months.
Yeah.
Right? And, I mean,
it's a great success on Magic Online, great success at the World Championships.
Yep.
Judge to
Where
stage, please.
KIBLER sort of